What's going on, everybody? You got the Raging Rob here. Oh, shit. Stupid phone. Anyway, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the first time I've been in Las Vegas since that major shooting. As a matter of fact, I was in Las Vegas one day before the shooting, delivering freight up here. And then from there, I think I went up to, where'd I go from there? I went up to Boise, Idaho, I think, or in that area. I went up to Idaho. I was in Idaho when the thing went down. I immediately went to YouTube. So, been a tough week this week. I lost a few Facebook accounts because of a cocksucker. But, you know, it just proves that I'm better at life than him because, well, he has no life. But anyway, his life is just being an idiot. And I got a life outside of YouTube, so I can care less how many fucking accounts I lose because I don't give a shit. But whatever, it's not about that. I'm making this video because I learned some things. I was talking to one of my Filipino friends. I'm not going to say any names, but she's a little older. Not my girlfriend, but just another friend of mine who I've known for quite some time. And we've been talking for quite a bit, and you know, she's a good friend of mine. She's a Christian. She spreads a lot of gospel stuff on Facebook, and yeah, we've been friends on Facebook for quite some time. And then I had my accounts banned, but I was able to get her back. So anyway, I'm not gonna say any names, but I was talking to this girl. You know, I knew her for quite a long time, and I said something to her, and it kind of offended her. And I didn't mean to offend her because I'm still learning. I know a lot. I know a lot of stuff in Filipino language, and I'm learning the I'm still, you know, I've been studying that country and studying their customs for quite some time, and studying their language and certain things you can say and certain things you can't say. And you know, I didn't mean any disrespect about it. I didn't mean any disrespect towards her or anything, but it was totally my fault. But I didn't know I was doing anything wrong, and she understood. And she was cool about it. And it's a lesson learned. Don't ever call a Filipino girl a cool chick. You know, like here in the United States, we call people, oh, she's a pretty cool chick, or that's a pretty cool guy, you know. But don't ever call a Filipino girl a cool chick. And I was talking to her. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've known you for a while. You're a pretty cool chick. And she came back at me like, what the hell did you call me? I'm like, well, you're a pretty cool girl. And you're like, you understand what that means in Filipino? Don't, use the word good girl or something. Don't ever call them cool. Because in Filipino, cool is the same as a Filipino prostitute. That's what they call them over there. It's sort of like call girl. Like here we call it call girl. Or just, escort or whatever. Oh, in the Philippines, they call it, a prostitute or an escort, or what they call a working girl, is called a cool girl. That's the term they use over there. Like if you go over the Philippines and you want to pick up an escort, which I don't recommend. I got a girlfriend. My girlfriend's 36 and I'm 35. So she's a few months older than me, but I went to the Philippines back in during Memorial Day weekend, end of May, beginning of June for like 8 days. Me and my girlfriend both went over there, and we had a good time. And I met some of her family, and it was went to the beach, and we had a pretty good time. So, but there is a lot of, how do I say this? The Philippines has a problem with human trafficking, and a lot of pedophiles go over there. It's sick. It's absolutely sickening. And the Filipino government's trying to crack down on it, and I don't blame them one bit. But if you go over to the Philippines looking for crotch, which I don't recommend because, I'm not desperate, but if you do, which I'm not trying to give you tips or anything. I'm not in any way trying to give any creepers any tips. But I'm just saying, over there, they call it cool girl. If you want to get a prostitute, they call it cool girl. And I didn't know about this. My friend told me about this. She's like, yeah, that's really bad. You know, don't ever call a Filipino a cool girl because that's like really bad over there. And I didn't know about it. I didn't know, and she corrected me, so it was my mistake. And it's just you learn things like that. You know what I mean? But anyway, now I was in Manila for like 3 days. What the hell? This undercover cop car keeps driving around here. I was in Manila for like 3 days, and you know, me and my girlfriend were together, and I left the motel, left her back at the motel because I went to go get something at 7-Eleven or something. And I walked up the street, and it was at nighttime, and I was walking back from 7-Eleven back to my motel. These two girls started following me, and I didn't think much of it. I thought, okay, I just thought they're just walking down the sidewalk, and then they started making comments, and it turns out they were a couple of cool girls looking for a date, call girls or whatever, and they started flirting with me, and I just basically said, you know, I just basically told them, oh, I'm sorry, I'm taken, you know, my girlfriend's up in a motel. So they were looking for, you know what, and they do. They walk around these. They call them cool girls. But anyway, these cool girls, they walk around looking for, you know, over here we call them Johns. So I'm not sure what the Philippines call it, but, you know, Johns is the ones that get prostitutes. But over in the Philippines, I'm not sure what they call it, but these couple cool girls were following me back to my motel, and they were looking for a date or looking for a John. And no. I'm not that kind of guy. No. I don't. No. I'm loyal to my girlfriend. That's all there is to it. So, I just want to put that out there. Cool girl. Don't ever call a Filipino girl a cool girl. It's really offensive, and that's what it means. So, I just want to give a tip, give a heads up to any guy out there that's watching this video that's thinking about traveling to the Philippines. You know, looking for a wife or whatever. I mean, I don't recommend it, but me and my girl, we met on Facebook and years ago. I mean, we've been together quite some time. But just a tip I want to give for any guys out there. Don't ever call a Filipino girl a cool girl. That's big no, big no. Anyway, that's it. Check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. More videos coming soon.